So now we handle the first part, which is we have to clarify this stereotyping. In Islam, no parents have the right to force their girl to marry to any person whom she does not like, she have not seen, she does not approve. That's number one. The second, now she's already married and she's been with him for almost a decade now. She doesn't like him. What are the reasons? Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, لا يفرق مؤمن مؤمنة. A believer should not just claim simply that I don't like this woman anymore, I want a divorce. And the opposite is true. Why? He said, إن كره منها خلقا رضي منها الآخر. Maybe if he disapproves one of her manners or attitudes, that means he might like something else in her. It's not always she's always wrong. وَعَسَى أَن تَكْرَهُ شَيْئًا وَهُوَ خَيْرٌ لَكُمْ. It may be that you dislike something while indeed it is good for you. So you have to think with wisdom. When she says that I don't have kids from him, it doesn't mean that it's easy to separate. Marriage is a very sacred relationship. If this guy is humiliating her, is not paying her rights, is not treating her in a nice, gentle fashion, then and in this condition we say that it is your right to ask for a divorce. And if this case has been taken to a Muslim court, it will be looked at, and the judge would command him to be gentle and nice to her and treat her properly. If he doesn't, then he would order him to divorce her. And if he doesn't, it will be the power of the judge to give her a divorce even without the consent of the husband. But we don't want to generalize this because simply every wife who has a problem with her husband, she fought with him just yesterday, she might forget about 10 years of joy and delight, and she would be just focusing on one thing, that I want a divorce. Okay, so it's not as simple as that.
What type of psychological impact does it have on the daughter to marry someone she just doesn't get on with?
Okay. This again has to do with culture more than anything else. And if somebody, whether it's a man or a woman, or a daughter or a son, feel that they're being forced to do something, then the feelings of oppression after such a long time of living with him will arise. Feeling oppressed, feeling that she can't do anything about it. And that will create anger within the relationship, will create dislike within the relationship. So just the feeling itself from the beginning might cause a lot of problems during the marriage. And it might not have anything to do with the way he treats her. It might have to do with her own feelings, that she was pushed into something that she doesn't want to do. And I think this has more to do with cultures than anything else. And then again, there is an element of fear. I noticed when you were reading, I don't want to shame my family. I think that's what...
She doesn't want to bring some shame on her family. Yeah. Once again, cultural, as you may mention.
Yeah, and so she cannot bring shame to her family unless if she feels it inside. Okay, so there are a lot of intricate feelings inside of her that she needs to deal with first. Because it's not her family issue, it's her issue at that point, and she needs to deal with it.
I think this is important to bring out to our audience. Once again, whether they are Muslim or they are non-Muslim, Islam is a religion that is global, and it's suitable for whether you're Pakistani, Australian, American, or wherever you're from. So that some of these cultural things, which are totally acceptable in one area, whether it harms the person or not, because just because it's culturally acceptable does not mean that it doesn't cause harm to the person. But Islam came to free all of these types of hardships and such like that. Now, I have to prepare to wrap up this episode, but I'm going to throw one more issue at you. We only have 30 seconds and only 30 seconds, or maybe it's even less than that. Okay, quickly. Well, you know what? I don't think we're going to be able to get it out this
Then
time.
I have something to say.
Wait, we're not going to get it out this time. Sheikh Muhammad, being that you have something to say, I'm going to take this as an obligation that you're going to come back for the next episode so that you can say what you have to say.
Sure,
okay?
inshallah.
Dr. Yasser, if he's coming, you know you got to show up also. All right, then he's going to be here. If they're going to be here, inshallah, I'm going to be here too. Jazakumullahu khaira. May Allah reward you all. And thank you for joining us. And we will see you next time. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
You are very special. There's no one just like you. Created by the Master, Allah created you. You are very special, exclusively designed. You are very special. You were